It's the show that sucks with your hosts Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
Please delete this or people will commit suicide. Jesus Christ. Next comment.
Dude, I hope someone commits suicide because of our show. There'll be so much
You're
good
a
publicity.
terrible freaking person. Jesus.
We get so much publicity though. Think of the Twitch dollars.
The Twitch dollars.
Think of all the pennies we can make.
With special guests from around the fighting game community.
Who would win in a fight, Drew or Rico Suave? I mean,
Again,
that's
I'd
true.
have to go Drew.
Rico has weird naked pictures of himself on the internet, so probably Drew.
Hey, don't we all though?
Would you fuck a pony?
Would you fuck a pony? Would you fuck a pony?
Hey, we're answering. Hey, we're asking
would-
questions.
I'll fuck that shit, man. I ain't having fucking motherfucking ponies, man.
I would fuck a pony. Would you?
Now for your hosts, Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 114th show of the show that sucks. You might have to do a couple of those things in the intro in order for people to actually show up for our panel at TwitchCon
What? Fuck a pony?
and kill yourself.
Oh. I can kill two birds with one stone, I guess, if we have some, like, Mr. Hand situation going on. It's just me getting fucked by a fucking donkey as our Twitch booth. Just getting fucking rammed. I just die. Just die right there. Anyways.
Welcome to the show that sucks. I'm Harrison. I'm with my co-host Honzo Gonzo. He's hopefully not going to kill himself. But what happened? Winter Brawl happened. Random shit happened. And if you guys think we're kidding about having a panel at TwitchCon, we're totally dead serious. We're gonna have a panel at TwitchCon. So for the 5 people that live in NorCal that watch our show, you guys probably should come out and then check
I was
us
going
out.
to you regardless, just to troll around. But yeah, we'll be at TwitchCon and doing stuff. And there'll be even more surprises to come with TwitchCon. There'll be fighting game content there. So, more to come.
I'm pretty down.
Yeah, I'm all excited. But I was excited before, even though I make fun of it. It's cool. Another place to have nerd shit, I'm
Hey
down
man,
for it.
Leaky Carburetor 34 is gonna be there, and he's gonna be I think he's a huge fan of the show.
Fucking, you can walk there from your office. It's fucking a block away.
It is a block away.
Literally is fucking Moscone Center. But yeah, a bunch of stuff happened this week. Some of it good, some of it bad.
There's bad stuff.
The Evo stuff's kind of bad. It's like
Let's start with the
Sorry.
bad. Let's start with the bad stuff.
bad stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to watch Evo, you're fucking shit out of luck.
Is it sold out
It's sold out for the main hall on Sunday. That's
already?
the confusing part. Because they keep saying that it's sold out. So people are like, oh no, I can't enter. But you can totally still enter. There's no cap on tournaments. We can have 1 billion people there. No cap.
Well, not 1 billion, but I see where you're going with that.
But for Sunday seating, that's sold out. And it's sold out way sooner than anyone expected. And people forget that, there's these Smash Cats.
It's not even March yet.
There's 2 big games now. There's Smash and Street Fighter. Where in the past it was mainly Street Fighter. A little bit. Marvel was moderately big. It wasn't the biggest.
I mean, it still had a bunch of people, right? It sold like 1,000.
Yeah.
Over 1,000.
But Melee is just gonna have so many people. Like their Street Fighter and Melee already have over 1,000. Already over 1,000.
I just hope they're ready.
This will be interesting Evo. I think.
Well, you have okay, so you have a super old console, right? Which they've dealt with the last couple of years, so that's not that big of a deal. But if they already have 1,000 people, and when's the last day to sign up? I'm assuming it's like a month before the tournament, right?
I think it's like April or May.
Okay.
I really do think they cut it off 2 to 3 months before.
Okay. So there's still plenty of time for people to enter. So there's that, and you just need so much room for just all those CRTs and stuff. And then you have Street Fighter 4. being on PS4 if it's released in time. So I
There's
wonder
a
how
whole
many
bunch of-
people are just not going to show up to their game.
This is the weirdest Evo, I think, because there's so many of those games that aren't out on the console that they're gonna be playing on. Like, let's say Mortal Kombat X isn't out, so
It'll be
people would have had to register for a game they don't know if they want to play seriously or not.
That's happened before, though.
That's happened. I still think it's weird. Street Fighter is on PS4, so people would have to register before they can even know if they can afford a PS4 stick. And they still haven't, announced if there's any changes for Xrd, if it's going to be on PS4, or, all these other games, what systems they're going to be on definitively. Because, Street Fighter wasn't always on PS4. It was on 360 originally.
Yeah.
Then they changed it. So, they could change any game at this point.
Well, I don't think so at this point. They can add a game if they feel like it. I feel
I don't
like,
think
but they're
they'll
not gonna. It's not like they're gonna take away a game. That's not gonna happen.
No, they won't take away a game. I don't know if they'll add a game this year. There's so many.
Are you
people-
just saying that they can switch consoles? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of not really a thing except for Street Fighter at this point. All the other games I feel like are kind of set in their consoles and make sense.
I never know. I'm constantly surprised.
Constantly surprised.
Constantly surprised. But I have the best hopes for Evo, and I think it'll be fine. It's gonna be hectic the first 2 days, because
So the whole tournament.
yeah, the last day will be fine.
The last day, will be fine. Everything, there's only 8 people.
It'll be
It's like,
fine. First 2 days, 66% of the time is gonna be very hectic and very crazy, because you're gonna have one day I assume would be a Street Fighter day, the other day would be a Smash day. But Smash has 2 games too. Like, what if Smash 4 gets over 1,000 entrants?
we'll see.
Because I think,
It's so early.
and is Melee gonna beat Street Fighter in entrants now?
I
Wouldn't that be
kind of did they announce? They announced it for being on PS4 after they already opened registration, right?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder how many people. I don't know. That'll be interesting. I wonder if it's gonna die down a little bit, the registrations for Street Fighter 4, now that it got announced for that.
Yeah, I know, definitely. And the fact that people can't actually go to the Sunday in the ballroom, I definitely see people are like, you know what, I'm not going to go, because why compete in the tournament and not be allowed to go with all my friends in the ballroom and all that shit, because they slept on it, It's classic FGC, people procrastinating at the last minute. I mean, how many posts have you seen on Twitter the past 2 days of people registering? People have made top 8 registering fucking last minute. So, it's not.
It
out of
happens all the
question.
time, and it's their fault. Like, there's no
It
excuses.
is their fault. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people who are like that, and I think that might affect turnout as a whole. But I know a bunch of stream monsters are still going, and they're gonna compete, and they're fine with just watching the stream. I mean,
Dude, apparently there's gonna be a ball pit. Like, so
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
have
pretty
my ball.
sure. I'm almost want to go in the other room. There's gonna be a ball pit.
I mean, the stream room's fine. I've been in that room when they're streaming. They're streaming Marvel. I was running a different tournament or something, and I've been.
Yeah, we were,
while I was watching it.
Sorry to interrupt you. We were streaming Mortal Kombat, right? And they
Yeah.
had Marvel Top 32 on the 2 side screens in there. And yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was fine. I enjoyed watching. I was blowing up. I was still getting hype. I was still talking shit when who Infra beat fucking Donkey. I think that was crazy. That was a long time ago though. But yeah, if you go and you might be able to scheme your way into the ballroom. I'm not gonna tell you how, but figure it out. There's always ways you can get in. So if that's the reason you're not gonna go, you should just go. And
That
either
being
try-
said, okay, I'm gonna say this right now. That being said, play it smart. If you're not in there, not legally. That I mean, just like if you're not in there, if you're in there without a pass, just don't be stupid and try and work your way up to the front row where there's already a bunch of people that don't have passes. Like kind of I don't know, find yourself one of the more back rows so you don't get kicked out because
and don't take other people's seats.
Yeah, that too.
I'm a big stickler about that. I don't like that at all. Someone did it to me. I went off one year.
But yeah, I mean, if you're in there without a legit ticket, then I don't know. Show some respect for people who actually paid for it on time and stuff.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Yeah, there's ways to get in. Just don't be up front because this happens every single year. There's always a ton of people up front, and then they're like, "Okay, guys, we can't start the tournament until everybody moves." And it happens every time, like basically every 2 hours. Basically every time a new game starts, they have to do that.
And
every time. Every time.
The reason is because you can't have fire marshal come in and see the tournament's not safe to have. It's not proper. It's over the fire code or whatever.
If Las Vegas catches on fire, which is a huge possibility.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of cables and sweaty nerds. So and e-cigs. So but look at Apex, that got shut down by a fire marshal. So it's serious, It's a serious concern to get shut down by a fire marshal. People don't think it, but it really is. So it is a big deal that people need to move out of the aisles, out of the front area, not getting on stage, stuff like that. But yeah, I think Evo is definitely gonna be interesting. I wait more news about the entrance numbers when we get closer to Evo. And yeah, it's at the Paris, so everyone should know where like food places are by now, I would hope. But there's lots of new people going for Smash.
And that place is definitely more friendly to people trying to eat and stuff. If you went there last year, man, that was that was nothing.
That's not a real experience.
That's not a real experience. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. Like fuck that place. It's
the Rio is better. How sad is that?
Yeah, and that place is even. It's not out in the middle of nowhere, but you basically got to take a taxi to get to the Strip and get to like anything kind of worthwhile. But at least they had Burger King there.
I know. At least they had Burger King. That's so sad that the other place had nothing.
Yeah.
It had a cafe where you can get like scones. Like
it had that one place that was open until like 2 in the morning or something. But then literally every day, like Friday and Saturday, after the tournaments were over, everybody just went there, and it was impossible to get food.
Yeah, there's thousands and thousands of people going to the same goddamn place.
Yep.
That's why the Strip's good, because you just go away. You just go to the fucking Hash House,
Yes.
Go to Hash House, everyone. It's my recommendation.
Yeah, man, there's just a lot of good places to eat. And walking distance.
Caesar's Buffet.
Flamingo has pretty good pizza, too.
Flamingo's Pizza, apparently. So.
Plenty of stuff around.
Gordon Ramsay has a place in the Paris.
Oh, yeah. Had like the best milkshake ever.
No, that's the one in the Hard Rock. There's one actually has a steak place in the Paris hotel.
Oh yeah, but I didn't want to spend that much money on steak, so
I'm going.
Rip. Maybe I'll ball out this year. Evo money.
I'm gonna win it big on craps. Do you think that, speaking of the Paris, we are moving back into a smaller room from last year?
Yep.
Smaller venue. Do you think that Evo, excuse me.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm burping. All right.
Very professional.
Do you think Evo would need to go to the convention center eventually? Because I figure you want as many people as possible to see the main ballroom stream.
I feel like there's just like a limit, right? Eventually, it's just gonna get to the point where it's like any other sport. Hey, there's this many tickets. Go buy them. Oh, well, you didn't get one. That sucks. It's not like they have the Super Bowl every year and be like, guys, we need to make the stadiums bigger so we can fit how many people, can watch the Super Bowl. It's like, no, nobody cares. Like, That's just how big it is. You can only get so big. And that's my kind of take on it.
And I like the fact, I fucking love it when a tournament is in the hotel and everyone stays in the same hotel.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Final Round is. Everyone's staying in that goddamn hotel, you know, and everyone's just having a good time after the tournament. Everyone knows where people are going to be. It's just everyone's centralized, you know. Even with Paris and Bally's, at least they're in the same area. You know, you'll see FGC people, but once you start like saying like at a convention center, you know, people are just gonna be staying everywhere. You know, and it's not gonna be the same atmosphere. I don't think.
Where did they have as many rooms? Like, was there as many rooms at the convention center as there was, like, at any other hotel that it's been at?
The convention center doesn't have hotel rooms. It's just a big space.
Oh yeah, well I mean it's connected to a hotel. You know what I mean?
No, it's like near the Las Vegas hotel. That's how shitty it is. The area it is. It's not really connected to a hotel, I don't think.
Okay, it was, but I don't know. The fact that this place has like 2 hotels in one, I mean it's just bigger, right? More rooms. You might have to walk a little bit.
And plus, there's other.
But I think everybody's gonna be staying in the Paris anyway.
Plus, you can stay like at Imperial Palace, whatever it's fucking called now, if you want it cheap. There's places around it on the strip.
Super cheap stuff.
where you
Everybody
can get
stays
cheap.
Imperial.
And you can even go stay at the fucking Excalibur for fucking $40 or whatever the fuck it is, and just take, you know, trams down.
Yeah.
Because anywhere on the strip's very accessible. So that's why I think it really needs to be on the strip at a hotel. And it's hard to do that though. And what I was thinking was maybe they could do it for 2 days at a hotel place, but the last day would be at the convention center or something.
I don't think so, man. It's gotta all be. That's way too confusing.
I don't know. Just
That's just-
spitballing.
It's
Because they have to grow.
what's the point of that? Like, if
They have
it's
to grow.
not, if you can have the same event in both places, like why not just have the whole event there?
Because you can't get everyone in the same room. It's a problem. It's too many people.
Well, then you can't. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. If you wanted a ticket, you got it. That's how I see it. If you really wanted to go, then you're gonna go. And if you're dumb and didn't see it, or a player and didn't enter, or wants to be there on Sunday and waited forever to register, then I mean that's on you.
You know what? Just put them have tournaments where boxing arenas are. And Siegfried Roy's Tiger place. Just fuck it.
Just each
Rainforest
loser.
Cafe is a fucking smash. A smash. Take over an entire hotel. I like that idea.
I think it just has to be a little bit bigger, which is crazy to think
It's
about.
hard to do that though. It's hard just to be a little bit bigger. And still be on the strip and not at a shitty hotel like Las Vegas Hotel.
Which is why it's at the Paris. Or Bally's, I guess. It's technically
It's at
not at.
Bally's.
It's technically not at Paris. It's at Bally's.
Paris does have convention. Does have places. Because I remember going there and making that dumbass video I made, and I was at the Paris Convention Center rooms or whatever. Like they had their shows and stuff. But it was at Bally's, so. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see the future of Evo. It'll definitely be interesting. Maybe Evo, Coachella, in the desert, Burning Man.
I just think it's hard to find.
STL?
It's hard to find a venue that is big enough to fit all these people and is actually conventional.
Yeah.
Because the reason why these places are used is because there's giant, huge rooms. We're talking about like stadiums, like when we're getting that big, and you know nobody's gonna be playing Street Fighter like in section 34, row 24, like just chilling up there playing
underestimate the
somebody. Hey,
fun.
yeah, go up there. It's like no, that's not gonna happen. It doesn't make any sense. So
Dude, I can totally see people doing that. Definitely. Motherfuckers playing Street Fighter and Marvel in the goddamn line to get their passes, you know?
I mean that's nothing new though.
I know, I like that. Come on, last year there's Marvel money matches in the goddamn lobby. Fucking the Mexicans were getting really loud at the Marvel money matches.
So yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
just the like that kind of like esport. That's just the way it has to be. You need to accommodate all those people in that kind of setting.
That's why I like that Capcom Cup. Is like it's on one stage, so it's easier to find a venue.
Yeah,
You
I
really
mean,
just get a venue, have some spectators. Bam.
but you're not having all the people trying to qualify
I
for
know,
the
you're not having
tournament
2,000,
at that
5,000
tournament.
people.
They've already qualified. You only need to accommodate 32 people.
Do you think Capcom Cup would eventually move into a stadium? Do you think there'd be that much demand for viewership? There was a lot of people at this last one.
I seriously believe that this first time was kind of just like a trial run. Even though how crazy and how big it was and how well it turned out, it was kind of a trial run for sure. Like, hey, can we sell out a small theater? Okay, we can do that easily. Now let's go up. But yeah, I think that kind of setting obviously favors more towards like a stadium type feel to it. So yeah, I don't see why not.
I like the theater type feel though too.
I do too. But then you're running into the same problem that you're dealing with, where you just can't. Well, I mean, I guess you can. You can go to an amphitheater or something.
Yeah, there's
Definitely. But then you get to the point where people are so far back they can't even see anything anymore.
That's true. Evo has that problem too. That's why they had that screen in the second back.
Yeah,
I like watching it. I like being back there sometimes. Sometimes I am back there.
they didn't have that like a couple years ago either. Like if you were in the right, I think the first Evo I went to, they didn't have that.
At the Rio, no, they did not have it at the Rio.
The first Evo I went to was at Caesars.
They definitely had it
believe.
at the Caesars 2012. Yeah, they definitely
I
did.
wa-
Because I remember watching
It was
in
the
2012.
it was
I
the
at
time
Anime Cast.
before then, because it
That
was
was
the
at the Rio.
Caesars, so Rio, and then Caesars before that Caesars.
Yeah.
I went to that one, and they didn't have it. Like you were kind of just boned if you were in the back row. But yeah, there's just so many things you have to worry about. And right now, I think it's like the situation that Evo's in. It's fine. You can't please everybody.
I'm hyped for Evo this year.
And if you can't make it, just sit home and watch it with like the other hundreds of thousands of people.
Have viewing parties. Be social. Get really drunk.
Get really drunk and bet.
That's FGC.
If you guys have any
Um,
questions, you could send them to @HarrisonSBA and @Honzo Gonzo on Twitter. What are we talking about next?
Let's do Street Fighter 5.
Okay.
Because that is exciting. New things that kind of randomly happened.
So if you
What
guys
was the-
didn't know, the show that sucks actually predicted that Charlie was going to be in the new game.
I predicted it was Shadow Charlie too. And it's fucking, well, I mean, it's Frank and Charlie. Frank and Shadow Charlie.
Which
but
looks sick as fuck, by the way.
he looks really cool. And the interesting thing about him is his right side is all crazy Frankenstein, if you notice. It's the right side of
really?
his face and then the right arm.
So almost like he got, I mean, what's the guy from Breaking Bad? Like just this side blew up and the other side's chill?
Fucking Gustavo?
Yeah.
Yeah. He got two-faced, and if you notice one of his attacks, he uses his right arm to like shoot out like this psycho power DiCaprio shit. So I feel like that has something to do with he's like one of the dolls. He's remade by Bison, obviously. I think that's pretty obvious.
Well, I mean, there's like a Bison thing at the end, right? Or something?
Yeah. And he has DiCaprio powers now, so I mean, kind of.
So now, good. DiCaprio doesn't need to be in this game.
DiCaprio's not in the game. That's the best part of the news. Fuck DiCaprio. Seth's not in the game either.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, so claps all around.
I don't know. I'm pretty stoked. I'm gonna main this character.
But he has teleportation powers. He has projectiles. He has genocide cutters, which is a Rugal move, if I'm not mistaken. He looks really cool. He has big limbs. He has his crescent kick that I've always loved. It's one of my favorite moves that he has.
He fits Street Fighter 5. I feel like the way it looks
Yeah.
right now.
And I think
he
his instinct mode, or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, his mode that he goes into, gives him the teleportation. So he doesn't naturally have the teleportation. Because whenever he does it, it's like a pause, then he does it.
I mean, it looked like it. Yeah.
So I feel like that's his instinct mode. He teleports, which is cool. And he got new combos off that. He did one where he teleported up and then linked jumping hard kick into like a sweep or something. So,
I don't know. I just think it's crazy that they announced this guy, like, first.
yeah, dude is just
first-
fucking Charlie.
First dude is just Charlie. Like, there's, still the rest of the cast. But, I don't know. I just feel like this character, they could have ended on this character. And everybody would have been okay with that. But it's the first character.
We also got to see a little bit more gameplay. And I'm starting to worry about the overall pace of the game. Because I've heard people say it's slow, and I'm like, okay. But, like, it really is just, everything's just slower. And, like, the combos are slower, too. I wish the combos would just be faster. Like, they don't really need to be like, ugh, like,
I feel like it's still, it's still so early, dude. I feel like
it's alpha.
It's still early. But did they announce beta or something?
They did announce beta with this, which is very interesting.
That's kind of the first time that's really happened in a fighting game. I mean, it's happened, like, they've done location tests and things.
Actually,
what?
Skullgirls.
Skullgirls
had beta access on Steam if you pre-ordered.
Were you able to, like, send in, hey, like, this is broken, or, things like that?
I'm not familiar with their beta process, but I guarantee if you were on their whatever forum they were doing, I'm sure they took it into account. They seem pretty good about fixing stuff in that game. But yeah, if you pre-order the game, you get beta access. And I don't know if that's just going to be...
I kind of have a feeling...
Announced.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's not announced on if it's a PC, PS3, PS4. PC, PS4 exclusive, which one is going to be on. So,
I kind of have a feeling that kind of beta, it's going to be very long. It's going to be pretty close to the release. It's going to be, last minute bug fixes, things like that. Not balance changes.
It'll just be a chance for people to get their hands on, Yeah. And that's exciting.
Yep.
That's going to be an exciting moment because it's going to be not going to be the final version. Obviously, it's going to be more of a demo, but it's still going to be a way for people to try out the system, get excited. Maybe the Ryu mains out there are going to be like, I can play Ryu.
It'll be cool to just, people will be able to get a chance to feel the engine and just, I don't know, just see what the game is like before the game's out. And just, people getting a chance to play the game even just more in advance to EVO, I think will just help the game more, too. As opposed to, waiting to release it 2 months before EVO. And then just...
I'm personally excited for it. I'm very excited for Street Fighter 5. Even if it's shitty, I'll be excited.
It'd have to be really bad. Like, super bad.
Like would it be cross Tekken
bad.
levels of bad?
Like, yeah. And even then, if it's like as a cross Tekken level bad, like, I think it'd be okay.
If cross Tekken would have been fine if they just didn't have gyms. Like gyms are like the stupidest thing. Like they could have been fine if they just took gyms out.
That being said, it's not gonna be that bad. It's gonna be great. Yeah. What are you doing?
Someone said I had a square head.
I thought you were doing like a little bit Night at the Roxbury dancing right there.
Oh, that's Madonna doing the Vogue, man.
Oh.
Strike a pose. I'm not gay, everyone. Please don't. Yeah. What was the pretext for that trailer though? It kind of just came out of nowhere.
I think it was just like, okay, it's Tuesday, and then they just released it. Because I don't know I think it's a thing now. It was a thing before, but I'm starting to think that, like, these people know about Blow Up Tuesday, and they do it on purpose now.
Harrison.
And they do it on purpose. And I'm happy that I think we could expect something every Tuesday now.
That'd be cool.
this blow up Tuesday.
And speaking of Tuesday, Bison is next. So
Bison is next. I guess there's like a little glimpse of him or something in the trailer.
yeah, at the end, it's Bison. He has the Bison laugh. He has the pose. It'll be interesting to see what they do with him. Maybe make him more of a dynamic character instead of just this boring ass charge character.
Yeah, like give him back his projectile and shit.
Oh my god! Please
That'd be
give him
so
his
cool.
projectile. Let him do cool things. Like I don't know. Like Bison's such a badass character just to be a charge character. Like he can still be a charge character, but let him do cool things. Like he's the fucking boss.
I just hope that they do a good job of mixing up the announced characters. You know, because I don't want, like, you know, obviously seeing Ryu and Chun-Li, like, you know, like the Ryu and Chun-Li, they're most likely going to be in the game. But I like how they went to Charlie, a new character, and then, you know, Bison, an old character again. I hope they mix it up, and I hope they just keep going back and forth. Or maybe, like, 2 new characters, 2 old characters. I just hope they, you know, I just hope they mix it up. And keep it hype. Keep the hype train going.
I await. I can only assume there's gonna be an announcement of final round. Maybe it's Bison. Maybe it's
What?
a system reveal or something.
Dude, what if Q's in the game?
If Q's in the game, I'll just drop my pants and start masturbating. Like that's the response I'm gonna have. Doesn't matter if it's public.
After seeing, I'm not gonna lie, after seeing that not just Charlie, but that like kind of Charlie, like Demon Charlie or whatever, Shadow Charlie. I kind of get this feeling like Q can fit in this game.
Oh yeah.
The way they're going for it.
Just give him some crazy mode where he just fucking electrocutes people and shit. I don't know. He just causes explosions with every punch or something. You know.
They just need to keep adding these cool characters. And not. Like,
I'd be down for crazy.
And just
like,
not have Abel in the game.
Yeah,
That's
no
cool.
Abel.
No Abel.
I just wish we had 3 El Fuerte clones.
3 El Fuerte clones?
Yeah. Each with a unique, I don't know, run.
God, that would be just terrible. Thank God you're not working on that game.
I would put.
Hey guys, you know it'd be a great idea? Just put 3 El Fuertes in the game. Pretty sure like everybody.
Put Urine in the game and make him play like El Fuerte. Oh my god, I would sell that game so hard. I would get so many people mad. Hire me, Capcom.
Please don't.
I'm gonna make your game great. So Winter Brawl happened this weekend, Harrison.
Yeah, it did happen.
I was watching it quite a bit, and I enjoyed it for the most part.
For the most part. So there's something
I
you didn't
mean-
like.
Yeah, everyone sucked the Uniel. For the most part. There's a couple good players in Uniel, and there's a big controversy around it that's stupid as fuck. That I won't talk about. I'm burping a lot. I'm sorry.
You need to like calm down on alcohol.
I've been drinking.
So now you're not
Anyways.
gonna talk about the blow up.
So like someone
There you go.
footwork didn't set his buttons, and then the TO didn't tell him. He told Art not to tell him, so footwork lost the match, and then he lost the next match after resetting his buttons, and then he was really mad, so he called the TO out and said the TO was being a bitch, and yeah. Also, another person lost the footwork, the same person, and got really angry and threw his stick and punched the wall on the stream. It was very entertaining. He really just threw his stick, was like, "Argh!" and like punched the wall. Some nerd rage.
That's awesome.
That guy wasn't very good too. I don't know why he's. I don't know.
He wasn't very good?
No, I don't know why he was like really angry about it. Like, it was clearly he was much worse than footwork. So like I don't know. Like, do you think he had a chance? Like I don't.
Dang, there was 2 Codys in top 16. Fuck, I could have.
Ooh.
I should have gone to this tournament.
Hey, you would have won.
I would have won.
You would have won. Then there was people are talking about in chat, but I did watch it. I don't think you did, Harrison. The Polk Chop versus Real Law, first to 10, or two
No.
first to 5s.
No, I didn't watch much Marvel. I did see
No,
like
this is Tekken.
Tekken. Oh, I saw like the GIF or something of it. Yeah.
It was really good. They put a mic up to him, and he's just nonstop talking the entire time.
Really?
And he's fucking crushing this dude, Real Law. Nonstop shit talk. He's literally never stops talking. And he just keeps going and going. And, like, he just tears him apart. And, like, it's not like it's close. The dude talking shit is really just ripping him apart. Just doing whatever he wants. And at a certain point, he just starts doing combo video shit. Like, he just starts making combos. Like, just in the middle of the fight. And it's actually very entertaining if you guys want to watch it. It was quite the.
So why did they do a first to 10?
Because he was talking so much shit. The other guy's like, I want to beat you again. I want to fight you again. So he did another 5-0 on him while talking shit.
Wow.
So he really he pulled a clinic on him. It was very entertaining. There's some great lines in that first to 10. Someone there's some tweets about it of archives. I think Mike Ross tweeted out the archive of the specific timestamp and stuff. If you guys want to check it out. What else? There was Marvel. I watched a lot of Marvel. A bunch of the players that are quote unquote good lost and didn't make top 8. People like
Really?
Flux, Ray, Moons. They didn't make top 8. And so top 8 was filled with a bunch of people that people don't normally see, like Punisher. And I mean, Cosmos is relatively new.
I don't know. I think the only person that I don't know at all on here is TUT, Prodigy. Oh wait, I do know. I don't know. Who on this list don't you know? Like, wouldn't anybody
I'm
know?
saying not well known, like Punisher. You know Punisher?
Yeah, dude, bum stream. Like, you watch that stream for like 30 seconds and you know who Punisher is because he
I was
just
just
fucking
saying.
throws them on the stream because everybody loves watching Rocket Raccoon.
But there was a lot of good matches. Some of it was sloppy. But
And after his fight with Noel Brown, like, there's no way you'd not know about that guy.
That's true. It was refreshing to see Cosmos win, I think. Everyone's so mad whenever that guy wins.
Refreshing?
Everyone's
Refreshing to
just so
see more
mad.
Doom? Oh, refreshing.
I love it. I love it. People are just getting so angry.
No, you don't. Like,
I do. Like, I hate Morgan, but I like when people's egos just go fucking haywire because they can't fucking comprehend losing to this guy. And that's like the entirety of East Coast. So, I think it's entertaining to watch. Because, like, you know when they're losing to Chris G, they're just like in the back of their head, like, you know, Chris G's just a very good player. I would beat him, but he's very good. But they don't think Cosmos is good, and they're still losing. So it's like they really just don't. It's not going through their head, and they just go crazy. It's funny to watch. I'll be glad to see Cosmos being more arrogant and getting people to get really mad, and hopefully there's money matches involved in exhibitions and stuff.
you think he's gonna get top 8 at Evo?
No,
No?
definitely not. Definitely not.
Really? 100% no.
100% no. I'll bet that right now.
How much would you want to bet?
me? I bet $100.
$100?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like there's got to be like a 2-to-1. Like,
Nah, I ain't doing that. Obviously, I have the better chance, but he's not getting top 8.
I would do like $20. Not
You want it?
$100.
20?
$20 bucks.
20 bucks?
$20.
All right.
Virtual
Then.
handshake.
All right.
$20. He's gonna get top 8. He's got to enter Evo though. If he doesn't enter Evo, that's void.
We did clear it. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, of course. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he gets better. And final round's coming up. I don't know if he's traveling to that, but hopefully he does. We could see him versus people like Justin Wong and Chris G maybe, or F-Champ even, you know, some of the quote-unquote gods, Flocker. So it'll be interesting to see him play against more established players. That's what I really want to see.
Can you do me a favor? Can you talk about Marvel for like 2 minutes?
I literally just talked about
Okay,
it.
all right. Can you talk
I
about
ain't
something
talking
else
about
for
Street
like?
Fighter.
Can you talk about something for like 2 minutes?
Uniel US
All right, I'll be right
release
back, guys.
was
I gotta go for
today.
2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Uniel US release was today. It's the Honzo Gonzo hour. We're gonna drink. Everyone check out my mixtape, youtube.com/the waste of flesh. I spit some bars and shit. Anyways, the Uniel US release was today, and a lot of people are picking it up, and I hope to see a bunch more people online. I'm gonna try and play it more because I'm gonna be entering Northwest Majors and SCR in it, so I want to do well in those. So I'll be playing a lot more online. I'll probably be streaming it more often. So I hope to see people pick up the US version, maybe learn the game a bit. It's a very fun game, I think. If you're going to play the game, please play top tier. You know, it's like 6 characters in the game that are very good and viable, so just play them. So I wonder what Harrison's doing. Someone in the chat says he's taking a shit, so it's a very real possibility. I ran out of things to talk about, but I can talk about Street Fighter. I entered Wednesday Night Fights tonight in the pre-qualifier, and I lost to Aha Khan that would really just full screen slide and ultra me, and he hit me like twice with it. I'm very sad. And I really don't know the matchup for Hakan. I'm very sad that I don't. And I suck at Street Fighter. But I made it to semifinals, so you know what? I got like top 32, I think. Yeah. That happened. I can talk about Street Fighter. There was the whole West Coast versus East Coast controversy in the team tournament. East Coast beats, the exhibition that happened at Winter Brawl. East Coast beats West Coast, and I guess Smug didn't play. But the team tournament was taken by SoCal, and the tournament was taken by SoCal. Snake Eyes beats Dominion in the grand finals. Even though I felt Chris T could have probably beat Dominion and made the West Coast Grand Finals, but Dominion really, really, really adapted very strong against Christie. I was really impressed by Christie's play because his reactions are always very good, and he was really just reactioning, just fucking a lot of things that I felt crazy. Overall, I think Street Fighter is going in a better direction. I hope to see a final round more of the Southern players come out and see if they can't take on the SoCal Juggernauts. See if they can't become, more of an established force.
I'm back, by the way. You did a good job. I appreciate it.
You don't know what I said.
I will know after the show's over.
Go talk. I talk about
Oh, okay.
Street
Fighter. Oh, you did?
I talked.
You do grand finals and stuff? Snake Eyes winning? Just as long as it's not Knuckle Dew. He's alright.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say about that, basically.
All right.
I mean, we have a ton of questions. Ton of questions. And we don't have that much time, so... Because we, unfortunately, couldn't do questions last week. So I saved them all, and we're going to answer them right now.
Okay.
So our first question, of course, comes from our best fan of the show, who received the award for best fan of the show last week. Jared Mage, she says, how bad would a poorly made Street Fighter V affect the scene? Would people just go right back to Street Fighter 4? I don't think that's going to happen.
People ain't going back to Street Fighter 4.
I don't think they are either.
I don't think people like Street Fighter 4 that much.
Yeah. I don't think they would go out. They would go back. It would have to be really bad. Like
Very bad.
even then, I don't know. I think they would just accept Street Fighter 5 as the new game.
At this point, I'm accepting Street Fighter 5 because I really don't like Street Fighter 4. So.
Next question. The Hound, who was a nominee for Best Fan of the Show That Sucks. Now that the PS4 is the standard for EVO, should other TOs consider switching early since Street Fighter 5 is around the corner? No, mostly
It's
because
hard.
the game's not even out yet. I don't think it's
Well, not now, but like let's say in April when the game is out, you know, is CEO gonna switch to PS4? Because it's pretty close. To
I think you kind of
Evo.
have to, right?
It's hard to think because it's gonna lose them entrance in their tournament because you know if people aren't gonna have PS4 sticks, then you're just like shit, you know. And then the TO has to get PS4s, get PS4 versions of the games. That's money.
It's all bad. It's all
Yeah.
bad.
So it's really, I think from the TO, I think they should run it on what they're gonna run it initially, be it 360 or PS3. Fuck PS4. Let Evo deal with it, because everyone already has a PS3 or Xbox 360 stick or
Don't run it on a PS3. Like
I'm just saying.
we're past that. We're past that. We're
on
we're
360.
big boys now. We don't need to play on that anymore.
I'm just saying don't go to PS4. So if I was a major, I would not go to PS4 unless Sony personally gave me PS4s and PS4 sticks. Then I'd be like okay, but
Yeah.
that's probably not gonna happen.
I think it would just be too much too much short notice. Like, hey guys, just let you know, CEO next week. Yeah, it's on PS4 now. Like, that's not gonna happen. I think Evo's gonna be the only one. Evo's gonna be the first one.
And then after Evo,
That is on
everything else
PS4.
going to PS4, I'm fine with.
Yeah. After that, you've had enough time after that to, if you're gonna buy one, you're gonna buy one. The Hound also, well, he says, or asks, the show you guys did last week didn't suck. Do you feel more of those shows will happen in the future? As Honzo Gonzo is lubricating his hands with some kind of lotion.
Fast.
What do you think? Are these shows not going to suck?
I doubt it.
DKI FGC asks, how does increasing prize pools do anything for the 95% of the competitors? Blow up. This is like a serious question here.
I can't explain it, but I mean,
He
higher
says
prize
no.
pool means
He
you get
says
better-
no. One of 4 players go 0-2 at a major. Isn't that 66% go 0-2?
No. I think quarter's accurate
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was higher than that.
because half loses their first match, the other half loses their.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Um,
Simple math. There you go.
So if you get a higher prize pool, let's say $1 million at Evo, that's going to attract more sponsors because there's like, hey, it's legitimate. People are going to want to play at this. They get more sponsors means. I don't know how it benefits players.
It's kind of weird because we're the only kind of esport that really have to worry about that. You know what I mean? Like, all the other esports are like, hey, here's our teams that are sponsored, and we're hosting these tournaments basically for these guys because they're good. And we're kind of sitting here in the corner, hey, we're open to everybody. Please come and play our game. When nobody else has to worry about that.
I can't explain how a prize pool would help competitors. Hence why I don't give a fuck about prize pools. I care about prize pools for the fact that it shows that the scene's growing. It shows other people that it's more of a legitimate thing. Even though I don't personally care about that, it does do that, and you get more attention from outside sources with bigger prize pools. If you're just a Joe Schmo playing, it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't. Like, it doesn't. And you shouldn't fixate on that. That shouldn't be what you're caring about. You should care about, hey, Evo is on the fucking strip. I can go to, strip clubs and fucking Caesar's Buffet this year.
You should
stuff
care
like that.
about, hey, I'm going to show up to my pool at 10 o'clock because that's when my pool is, and I'm gonna start my first match within 15 minutes of that, and I'm either gonna make it out of my pool then, and then come back at the scheduled time. Basically, I don't know, just in tournament, which I feel like comes along with the prize pools. Because
I wouldn't even say that.
It encourages TOs to run better tournaments, first of all. Because if you run a shitty tournament, you're not going to get any money from anybody to help, I don't know, for players or yourself or anybody if you don't run a good tournament. So,
I can never justify having a bigger prize pool as a plus for a tournament, but I mean, I don't think you really have to worry about that for the tournaments that are getting the bigger prize pools. Because like, what is getting the biggest prize pool boosts? It's Evo and Capcom Cup. Capcom Cup, you're probably not going to make it. Spoilers. Like it's really only a select, very, very 1.1%.
It's opened up more a little bit. Top 30,
bit now,
32. 32. That's
But
a lot of
that's
people.
Very hard to get into.
It's very hard.
So
I think you're giving our scene. It's still not as it's still not.
It's not
big.
as bad as MOBAs. I'll give you that.
It's it might be big in general, just the amount of people, but the amount of people that can reach that level isn't that many people. So really, your chance of getting in, it's not like 1,000,000 to 1.
It's not terrible, but it's still hard.
It's still very hard. It's still very hard.
If you're going 0-2 in tournaments, you're probably not going to do it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even worry about bigger prize pools because it's really not even a thing. Like Evo getting a bigger prize pool, that's to supplement all these wonderful perks you're getting. It's if you're going to Evo just for the prize pool, you're probably also going for a variety of other reasons. Like that's just something you're focusing on. But there's a variety of reasons to go to Evo that are just not spoken about. It's a vacation, friends, family, food, all this shit.
All right, enough of that question. We're done. DKI FGC also asks, what's keeping Capcom from upgrading all aspects of the tournament, like adding more vendors and entertainment? I feel like they kind of tried to do that at Capcom Cup.
They really do try.
Yeah.
Capcom was the most progressive about that stuff. We had fucking, what is his name? Marky Mark at fucking Capcom Cup on the goddamn trailers. So
I feel like the only thing that they could possibly do, oh my god, you'd be so sick if they had, is it at, like America's Home Videos where everybody votes on the video there? Is that the one?
Yeah, I think so.
Imagine if everybody just had a button underneath their chair. It's like, hey, do you want Zien to win or do you want Snake Eyes to win? And then immediately all the info got fed to the stream. So you can see what everybody is thinking about the match. Like, how crazy would that be? That would be so awesome. That would be so awesome.
We have to worry about the KOF players stealing it, but other than that...
Wow. Okay, well, didn't see that coming. Wow, all right. What was that about?
I was just thinking.
Okay.
I think it's a really cool idea.
I think it'd be just some real-time stuff. You want some real-time stuff to keep people engaged. That might not, first of all, know the game, or just, might find that match boring otherwise.
Yeah, and it's like participation and shit.
Yeah. Just, stuff like that.
You can vote on, is Planet of the Apes the best movie of the year? Yeah, fucking the monkey's got an AK,
Groovy Gorgar asks, when do you predict the release of Virtual Fighter 6? I don't know.
When I die.
When you die? That's, wow. Alright, so about 6 months from now. Scott Box, thoughts on Canada Cup becoming a prime event? Premier. He misspelled that. Yep. Premier event for Capcom Cup Pro Tour. What do you... I mean, I think it's pretty obvious at this point.
It's cool. It's their only tournament, and they need one.
Yep.
I mean...
That's kind of pretty much it.
Yeah.
Canada needs a tournament. Especially when they have so many events. Like, why not at this point? Are you guys... McCoolin asks, are you guys going to actually play in tournaments this year?
Yes. I
Yes.
am going to Northwest Majors and SCR under Marvelous Customs banner. So I am playing in tournaments.
I might go to both of those tournaments. There's a higher possibility that I won't go to either of those tournaments, but I want to enter. I've been playing a little bit. I gotta keep with it. I gotta stream some. That's what I gotta do. Maybe
I need to stream more, too.
it'll encourage me to go play in tournaments more. The Houndstooth also asks, how can I improve the next award show? Do I have to meme it up?
He wants to know how he can improve.
Yeah.
in the
How
next one.
how can I improve? Yeah. Just keep watching the show. I feel like.
Doing what you do, man.
Hey man, you got nominated. Maybe you'll win next year.
Yeah, you never. At Hoochie
Yes.
asks, think Evo will go back to Xbox One once Street Fighter 5 gets released on it? No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. They're already working with Sony. It'd be more of a possibility for them to go to PC rather than Xbox.
All right, here we go. Rapid fire questions. We're going in.
Ugh.
Drew Red Mage asks, Nash trailer was really fun today. That said, do you see any brand new cast members coming for 5? If so, how many? I think there'll be like 3 or 4 new
I'll
ones.
say 4.
4? How many total cast members?
That's difficult, but I'm gonna say 16.
16?
It leaves a lot of room for DLC and introducing stuff like what KI is doing. What KI is doing, I think, is very interesting and very cool. In that they have these characters, they had like fucking like 4 or 8 or something, and then they fleshed it out for these seasons where they have a number of characters coming out rapid fire, and you can buy them if you want, but you don't have to buy them. And they come with like their own little trailer, and they're very inventive characters. They look cool, so I want that to happen.
All right, Jeremy H also asks, I wonder if Marvel is better and more hype with a villain. Does the scene need Chris G and Champ at this story? As that story? Basically, do we need somebody to hate?
I think Cosmos is doing a good job right now.
I think anybody who plays more Doom is doing a good job.
I think Cosmos is doing a fine job. Just let people play, and the storylines will let themselves.
I mean,
fill out.
has he done anything to make anybody angry outside of beating people?
I really don't know. Apparently, people don't like him, but I don't know. Every time I see him, he's just a happy dude playing more. Zooping.
Yeah, so you know what? As long as he, doesn't say anything stupid, then
Well, we never know.
I mean, until that day, maybe.
Wait
Maybe
till he
he
gets
won't.
on Twitter and is like, "My opinion about Ferguson is," and then fucking everyone's just angry.
Wow. Do you Tone Loki asks, do you think the monetization / exploitation of the FGC is inevitable? Example, X Games to skateboarding.
I looked at this question when we got it. I've been thinking about it,
Okay.
and I think it already happened. People just didn't realize it, and I think Street Fighter 5 is the probably waking up point to people realizing that it's already happened. But it kind of already happened with Street Fighter 4.
It happened a little bit.
Yeah, I think
It happened
past
enough
that.
to the point where it was kind of like, hey, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I guess
I think
it's
we're
happened
past
before. With all that that Gutex stuff where he tried to sell like that his guides or whatever, and Capcom was like, you can't do that because it's our game. And I mean, it's happened before, but not to the extent, obviously, of what's going to happen in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I think we're past that point though of wondering if we're selling out all that stuff. It's already happened. Like it's happened a while
We
ago.
saw movie trailers during Capcom Cup.
Yeah. Well, Planet of the Apes is at Evo.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew is at fucking Evo. Like that should tell you.
Paramount Pictures is part of that.
I'm all about Paramount Pictures too. Don't get me wrong.
Anything with Marky Mark in it.
Yeah.
When The Hound asks, when's the next viewer giveaway currently? Giveaway. Currently 3 for 3 on giveaways from IPW. I don't know.
NCR maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. He also says, it's Tuesday. Can we expect tacos or a blow up?
Always ball.
Always a blow up. Although I did have a burrito, which is not a taco, so I don't know why I brought that up. Actually, this is a good question. Clawmaster at Detective Naruto. Question for Honzo. How would you feel if Marvel got the 10 a.m. slot at EVO this year?
How would I feel?
How would you feel if it got the 10 a.m. slot?
I personally wouldn't give a shit. I think it'd be funny to see all the Marvel players not going to top 8 because they were drinking too much and being DQ'd. But how would I feel? I don't think at the moment it's doing enough to deserve the people. Not enough people are going out and supporting the Marvel scenes to deserve it being, a premier game at the moment. So if it does happen, which it won't, just spoilers, it's gonna be the fucking second or third game. I'll be fine with it. My biggest question is Melee gonna be the second game now? Is it gonna go Melee Street Fighter, which I don't think should happen, but
Wait, say that again? Is it
like
going to go Melee
Street Fighter is obviously the last game. It's a big finale.
Yeah.
But what's gonna be the second to last? Is it gonna be Melee or is it gonna be Marvel? That's hard.
Surprise! Gonna be Mortal Kombat X.
Okay, there you go. Fatality. All right, kids. Street Fighter. Yeah.
That's still, it's I don't know. It still kind of blows my mind, but it doesn't at the same time. That I don't know.
We have some questions about Street Fighter 5. Who do you think will make it in? We just want Q.
We just want Q. We
Q.
kind of talked about it already a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about it. So if you have further questions, go ahead. But,
thanks to Hoochie and EXY Wolf though for sending in questions.
At ScottBox64 is who are the current top 3 USF4 players in the good old US of A?
I'd have to say Snake Eyes, Knuckle Dew, and I don't know about the third one, to be honest.
Third one's hard.
Third
There's a
one's
lot
hard.
of contenders.
I would say Knuckle Dew and Snake Eyes for sure, and then it's kind of like a fight for
I
third
would
place.
say PR Balrog.
PR Balrog?
Personally.
I think that's a good choice.
He just does
Yeah,
better.
the only thing, hurting him right now is just his lack of entering tournaments.
Yeah.
That those players have been. So, yeah. That's a good. I mean, you can throw in Ricky. You can throw in. Well, I mean that's kind of it. I feel like. I mean, you can throw in maybe Smug. But I mean, this is top 3. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, he has won a major though. You can't take that away from him.
I think these next few majors will be very interesting. Final round, even NCR, up until I think CEO will be the climactic. Who's gonna be the best in the US that year? It's gonna be really determined as CEO, and then going into Evo will be interesting.
Just
to see how it goes.
hopefully, didn't final or Reinhardt win CEO? Was that final round? I think it was final round, right? That he won.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt won final round.
Final round. Okay. Just can't let an outsider take a U.S. tournament.
Well, if Mochi shows up, then everyone's fucked.
Yeah, I guess. I guess you're right.
That Devilfish asks, "Why is Honzo getting so fat?"
Damn, that's harsh.
Because I just love me some Ace cider.
I don't know about this question, but CVQ asks, strangely, posts seem to skip over that the little Street Fighter 4 footage shown is heavily edited. Well, I mean, of course it is. It's like in beta or alpha. Street Fighter 4 clips were like that too. All games are like that. Always.
And
Nothing new.
we've had demos of Street Fighter 5 not edited live.
Yeah. That's
I
true.
was there. I looked at it, and it looked the same. So I mean,
True.
so.
Last question.
Um,
Very important. Only asked to me for some reason. Jester, aka Mario, asks, "Are you guys hiring?" Hashtag Kappa HD.
what would you do? Like, I don't know. You want to fluff our balls? Like, I don't know what the fuck.
We can get a producer for the show, man.
I'm a producer.
Oh, give me a break. Do you have a Hanzo story? Do your producing job. Give us a Hanzo story.
I went to a place. I'm not gonna say where, but it was a fast food place. And I was sitting there eating, and this girl. This was today, by the way. This girl was sitting there, and she was a worker there, but she was on her break. She's on her phone, and she kept talking about selfies. And she's just like, "Oh my god, I've taken all these selfies, and Brian keeps liking them. And Brian, all this Brian." And I was like, oh, "Okay." And I was like looking at her because like this conversation was really weird and surreal to me. She kept talking about Brian and liking her selfies, and then she looks at me, and I'm just sitting there like, and then she just walked in.
Alright, guys, if you want to follow me at Harrison SBA, you can follow me at Harrison SBA. If you want to follow Honzo Gonzo, I don't know why I mess that up every time. If you want to follow Honzo Gonzo, you can follow him at Honzo Gonzo. If you guys don't want to follow either of us, make sure you guys check us out, twitter.com/IPLAYWINNER, facebook.com/IPLAYWINNER, and of course, youtube.com/IPLAYWINNER, where you guys can go and check this out in YouTube or MP3 format. There'll be a link there. Guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube video. Maybe Honzo Gonzo will actually look at it. Wow, you're just...
No!
You want to be a producer, right? Do something.
Fuck that.
And of course, you guys can go to IPLAYWINNER.com, go to the podcast section, and check out every single show in YouTube or MP3 format. So, yep. Although we do have one last thing before we play Harder I Rock. I hope you guys enjoy it. It is made by our one and only Honzo Gonzo. So if you, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Boom bap, boom bap, boom bap, boom bap, boom bap, boom bap.
The name's Full Schedule. Hit you with some shit. He's got some tech and he'll hit you with that shit. Saw him at the mall buying a shirt. Said, "Give me the one with the buttons on the shirt." Man loves buttons. Call him Buttons. Bitch on his dick cause they like his buttons. President is black, but my dog is white. Gonna spike you in the ground like it's Friday Night Lights. I ain't done. Grab my gun. Pillage a pussy like Attila the Hun. He's coming to Atlanta, sacking like Santa. If you want some, you better be in Atlanta. Your tech is weak, his tech is neat. You'll find him with your bitch between the sheets.
Boom bap, boom bap.